Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Part 3 Purpose. Now, purpose. What is your purpose? Do you not know? Good. Because really, I would say good. Not that it's good, but it's good because you're thinking. You know what I mean? Because usually people just immediately say purpose. What purpose? I don't have no purpose, or or come up with like a ego driven purpose reason. You know what I mean? But purpose is just why are you here? What like because trust me, you're here for a reason. If you have a soul, you're here for a reason. It may not be a big reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. It may be for you to finish out karmic cycles. It may be for you to be the inspiration of somebody so they could do something. You know what I mean? It's like I said, purpose, your purpose may not be big, but it's important nonetheless because you play a part in the bigger picture of things. Now, some people have multiple purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so I'm gonna draw upon me. I feel like I have multiple purposes. You know what I mean? I think I've been pretty clear. One of my main purposes here is to raise the frequency on Earth. Second is to change these old ways and systems that we currently live in and operate in, and just come with a new one, new system. Um, I know it seems like a lot, but like the key is like when I say this, but when you break down my purpose is really teaching, teaching and healing. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And like it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? Because like for me to teach, I must also heal because for you to learn, you have to get rid of these old ways of thinking, and it's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? And um, you might have a lot of baggage like a lot of baggage. I'm not gonna say problems or issues, but it's just bag. You have a lot of baggage, maybe attached to these old ways, and that's why I'm here. You know what I mean? It's like you could go vice versa. Anyways, like I'm here to teach and heal, or to heal, I teach, or whatever. But that's neither here or there. But um, yeah, purpose. It took me a long time actually to find my purpose because like I'm like a regular person. Like I'm here and I'll just fucking off, you know what I'm saying, just doing what I wanted to do. And I actually found out about my purpose like accidentally. Um, I was responding to a Craigslist ad for a job selling cologne and perfumes, and it's actually it's a real funny story. But long story short is as I got better at it, one of the main things you do is like you learn, and then you have to teach other people how to do it effectively, and that when I was teaching people how to sell cologne and perfumes, like that actually like I found more pleasure, like more happiness, more success in watching the people I taught how to do when they succeeded, when they started selling and they started making money. I got excited. I was like, oh shit, that was like your success was my success basically, and it just slowly like things started aligning, and I started getting better at teaching. Like when I started realizing that was my path, everything started aligning. Like I started making more money. Um, I got saying I ran into my girlfriend. I got my girlfriend, my baby mama, whatever. Like that's how I met her, was through that. And that it's crazy. It's just like it seems like everything was aligned when I found my purpose and I hopped on it. everything got aligned where I didn't really have to ask for anything. Everything that like I needed was provided for because I was on my path. Because when you find your purpose, it's like you find your path. You know what I'm saying? That's your life path. And like you really don't have to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wanted a relationship, you want to make money, you know what I'm saying, you want to go out, travel, whatever, like find your purpose. And everything that your heart that you want in life, you will get by following your purpose, following your life path. Because like I said, everything when you're in alignment with what you're supposed to do, with just like when you're in alignment, mind, body, soul, heart, and it's like it's crazy. It's like I know you heard people talk about manifestations. Like when you manifest things, that's how you manifest things when you're in alignment. Um, when you hear about people who alchemy, like look, I don't want to talk too much about this because this is like I won't say next level stuff, but this is type of stuff like this. This is what we don't talk about. I'm not gonna talk about during like just like the Cliff Notes versions. But like I said, as you go as you doing your as you're doing your work, as you like going along this path, um, and you run into issues, but you like I said, if you be serious about what you're doing. As you run into issues or you need help, that's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? So we go step by step, I'm gonna always be here to help you. You know what I mean? It may not seem like it, but but you have to be like I said, you have to be serious, and you have to like really, really, really be serious in doing the work. Don't ask me if you haven't been doing the work. If you haven't been doing the work, I can't help you. But if you've been doing the work, I promise you, I'm gonna help you, and I promise you, you will see like you will see differences. Like if you think about abundance, I got you, bro. But see, when you think about abundance, you have to think abundance is not what you think. Abundance is not like it's not always financially. You know what I'm saying? It's not always money. Abundance is like you. I'm saying you like your self confidence being up high. You know what I'm saying? Your self worth being sky high. You know what I mean? Like there's different type of abundances that you can reach, not just financial. You know what I mean? So if you have trouble like with self esteem, like following this, like these these steps will fix that. I promise you. I guarantee you, it will. You just have to be serious and put in the work. Do your shadow work. Find your purpose. Like now, finding your purpose is not gonna. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, but it's once you do your shadow work, then like and you're in touch with your true self, then it becomes easier in finding your purpose because like you're not going to turn down you're not turning down opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you don't do the shadow work, you may turn down opportunities because you feel a certain way about it. You know what I'm saying? And when you actually do your shadow work, those opportunities that you turn down may actually be an opportunity that you don't turn down, that you do take, that you do find out. What I'm saying was the opportunity you're supposed to take for you to actually find your purpose, for you to get on your path, for you to actually do what you're supposed to do, and for you to unlock new timelines for your life. Crazy, right? See how I added that timelines? Yeah, that shit is real. Um, Unlocking timelines is very real. But like I said, you have to be in alignment. You have to be in alignment with these higher frequency timelines for you to actually reach those timelines. It doesn't like I said, you have to put in the work. So anyway, I know this is a short one, um, because like I can't really tell you too much about finding your purpose. It's like, and you'll know because it's like you know how people say like, oh well. know what I'm saying? Find something that you know what I'm saying that makes you happy to do. Yeah, but like you'll find it's like it's a difference between happiness and actually feeling like um emotionally satisfied, spiritually satisfied. Like you'll like as you do it, like you'll be, you know what I'm saying? Like you'll just be feeling like this is what you're supposed to do. I know like this is like a very easy way to describe it, but it's trust me, you're just like you as you when you find your purpose, you just one day you'll be like, because this is exactly what happened to me. One day I was just like, damn, this is what I was more. This is what I was born to do. This is why I came. What I was. This was the reason why I was here. This was. All right, excuse me. Hold on. This was the reason why I was placed on this earth was so I can enter your purpose here. Period. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, but once again, I'll go back. Do your shadow work. That your shadow, like I'm gonna always tell you, do your shadow work. Work on do your shadow work. That is the key step to anything that you do. Um, Anybody tells you otherwise is a fraud. You know what I'm saying? I hear people talk about self love. If you hear self love and you don't hear shadow work, fraud. If you hear anything about self respect, self esteem, self confidence, self worth, um, self trust, self whatever, anything that deals with the betterment of you, and they don't say shadow work, fraud. Period. I'm sorry. And then if they do tell you shadow work, okay. Now the question becomes: have they been doing the shadow work, or are they just telling you to do your shadow work? You know what I mean? But um, who knows? You know what I mean? But if they're telling you to do the shadow work and they haven't done it, I don't really give a fuck, honestly, because that's actually real. That's actually honest information. You know what I mean? Like what what people do, what people say, what people do. I don't give a fuck. As long as what people say is the truth. As long as what people, you know what I'm saying, like, because they're not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, like if someone tell you to do shadow work and they haven't done it, who the fuck cares? They're telling you to do the right thing. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like if they don't practice what they preach, you know what I'm saying? That's no, that I don't give a fuck because that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like that don't affect me. You get what I'm saying? That don't affect my sovereignty. That don't affect anything I do. But what they do is speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? They may not live the truth, but they do speak the truth. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to discern that. But the message is clear. The message is true. You know what I'm saying? The message is the truth. So fuck. I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like fuck it. Say whatever you want to say. Just as long as you're telling people to do the right thing, cool. Because at the end of the day, like I don't have to live. I don't have to live with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to live with what goes on within in your mind, your heart, your soul, whatever. I don't have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I can help, but once again, for me to help, you have to want to help yourself, which means that you're doing the work, which means you're actually practicing what you preach, which means that I don't have to do anything because you're actually doing it. And so, so if I'm speaking about you, then I'm not speaking about you because you're actually doing it. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I hope I didn't confuse anybody. I'm not going to edit this out because, like I said, I like to be genuine and authentic with what I speak about. Um, I like to be me. So if you do contact me and we do end up conversating, and like I'm not gonna lie, if you do seek help, do want to seek my help, we have that's gonna have to we could do like online online shit like whatever, but that's not. I don't really focus on that because like I like to do personal times, and not I'm not trying to be weird about it, but it's just like it's for me to actually help. You know what I mean? Because I could help you through the screen, but I can't help you 100%. You know what I mean? Because the way I function is okay. I can't really tell you how I function, but it's not no weirdo shit. Even I'm not gonna ask anything, but like when we start any type of process, it's gonna be so um it has to be in person for to do like actual real work, and you'll know once you go through the process, you'll understand why it's it's it has to be the way I said it than any other way. Once again, and I don't want nobody to think I'm weird or anything like that. It just that's how I heal. I don't heal. I can't heal through the computer screen. You know what I mean? And it's a. I mean, I guess I could. Um, I guess I could, but I don't know. I mean, look, we could try. We could try. We could try it through like a phone call or through a fucking through or through like a you know what I'm saying like I don't know through the computer screen or through a FaceTime screen. But like I just know personally, like I've helped more people in person than not in person. So whatever. Anyways, that's beside the point. See, I get off track because I like my mind. That's just how, anyway. I apologize once again. We're not editing none of this out. This is this is this is just me. You have to deal with it. Just know that when you deal with me, like I'm always gonna be myself. Um, the main thing is I'm never gonna lie to you. I'm never gonna try to finesse you. I'm always tell you the truth. Be honest, because I always speak about honest and clarity, truth and clarity. Fuck the confusion. Fuck the misunderstandings or the miscommunications. I don't believe in that. Cause like we can't spread love and kindness through fog and confusion. There can't be no love and kindness without understanding and truth. You know what I mean? Or compassion and empathy. We can't none of that is possible without doing those certain things. And that the front and foremost is truth. But anyways, I'm gonna get off. Like I said, I love y'all. Find your purpose. Um, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Just make sure you do your shadow work. And yeah. So I don't know. I'm debating on whether I should do part four or because I want to do my next conversation on the cells, like the self worth, self confidence, stuff, all that stuff. But that or I might do it on genuine and being genuine and authentic. So I don't know. I guess I'll surprise y'all when it pops up. But like I said, I love y'all. Do your shadow work. Do the work. Let's work on raising your vibration. Remember, the only way forward is up. Period. So if you guys are serious about, you know what I'm saying, like raising your vibrations, if you're serious about changing how the world is, if you're sick and tired of how the world is and you want to change it, let's change this. We can. It starts with one, then it's two, then it's four, then it's eight, then it's 16, then it's 32. Next thing you know, it's a million, and a million, like once we hit a million, it's a wrap. I'm telling you right now. Once we hit a million, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Um, because like I said, I know you hear about the 144, okay, and that's true, but like once we hit a mill, it's a wrap. You heard it here first. Anyways, like I said, I love y'all. Talk to you later. Have a great night.